I created my own business and budget planner. Stay tuned. Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Planning Serenity, where we plan for serenity. My name is Jessica, and as mentioned, I created my own Luxbook business and budget planner. So if you are new here, I appreciate you clicking on my video and stopping by. If you are returning, you already know how I feel about you. So if you are new here, I use the Hello Gorgeous Volume 3 Planner by Kristen over at Luxbook. However, I don't even know where to begin with this video. Like, oh my gosh. I have been trying to get like my budget together. I've tried several different methods. I can't even begin to go down the list of methods I tried. I thought my latest setup, which was in Notion, which I did show you all, was going to be it, but it just wasn't working out for me. I don't know. I just have an obsession with my planner. I don't know what it is. So I wanted to go back into Goodnotes essentially. But I didn't want my planner to be in the same planner as my catch-all. Although Hello Gorgeous Volume 3 has, you know, how many different sections? 10 different sections that you can, you know, add to your planner. I don't like, psychologically, I can't have, you know, like my personal events, all my sticker therapies, my trackers, all that good stuff, all jumbled up with my business and my budget. If you are new here, I do own my own business as of October 6th, 2023. So my income is essentially from my business. So my business and my budget being together separately is what I was really going for. And it just wasn't working out in all the different methods that I did do it in. And y'all, I have finally created the perfect method for me. And I do want to show you all the setup. I hope that it inspires some of you all. I did get some inspiration by my planner sis Brandis from Instagram. Her name is Dear Brandis. Brandis. I'm pretty sure it's Brandis. So, but I got some information, some inspiration from her paycheck budget. So if you're returning, you maybe remember I used to, you know, decorate my my budget spreads all the time. It was just super fun for me. One sec. Sorry about that. Speaking of owning my own business, that was my business phone. So had to get it. Anyway, I have no idea where I was. But wherever I was. I do want to show y'all the setup. I really hope that y'all get some inspiration and all that good stuff. I got inspiration to even start this or realize that I could use Luxbook's planner and just create my own. That inspiration definitely came from Dear Brandis. So let's get started. So as mentioned, I do own my own business. My things that I have to, or my meetings or appointments rather for my business, they come like the one, like my phone that you just heard go off, that was another appointment. So my appointments come, you know, sometimes last minute, sometimes days in advance. It's very sporadic. So my month is not planned ahead. It's just as you go type of thing. And then same as far as the money, it just comes in, you know, sporadically. Nothing is ever the same, all that good stuff. So I want to show y'all my setup and we will just go from there. So I did just duplicate another Hello Gorgeous Volume 3. However, I did remove quite a bit of the template. So I did keep the weeklies. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them. I know I deleted the weeklies in my catch-all, but I did keep the weeklies in here so far. Obviously everything behind January, February, and March is blank because you know, those months have passed and we're starting in April. So my April monthly is going to be all of my work appointments, and then obviously anything important that has to do with work, such as taxes. So yeah, my monthly, which, you know, is hyperlinked down here as well, are all of my work appointments. And then as the work appointment is done, I will have a highlight. I'm not going to zoom in on this because, you know, I haven't really revealed what I do for my business. So yeah, but just so y'all know how I will be setting it up, anytime I get an appointment, it'll go on my monthly. And then obviously I can see this on the go on my iPad mini. So, you know, it literally transfers or syncs or all that good stuff within seconds. So this will be my go-to for my appointments. I was going to use a, what is it called? The hourly template. But I don't want to use as of now, I don't think I want to use double page spreads. As you can see, I deleted all the double page spreads. Well, I don't know if you can see because this is the thumbnails, but I deleted all the double page spreads except the time template. And then as far as the regular templates, I really only kept weeklies. And then down here, I only kept templates that would make sense for budget, which is really only like 10. So yeah, as far as the business section of my planner, essentially it is the monthly. Now, to get into the nitty gritty. Oh, and again, I possibly may use the weeklies, but whenever I do have a busy work day, I will, it'll be easy for me to just use the dailies. So y'all know I don't use dailies in my work planner, in my catch-all planner, but for business, I may use dailies, especially when business picks up, when it gets like closer to June-ish. We should see an influx in our business. So anyway, that is business and how I will be tracking my appointments for business. Now, as far as the budget, let's go back to the monthly. So I did start adding a ton of oopsies that just went to the daily. I already started adding a bunch of hyperlinks. So to show y'all the hyperlinks, I guess, we'll start with budget. So this is my monthly budget. It is in a budget section. I did put it behind section or divider 1 is my budget. Now, again, I know I could put it behind a divider in my main catch-all volume 3. I just cannot combine planners. It's just too much for me. I do have both of the year at a glances that Kristen provided behind this section. I don't know how I'm going to use them, if I'm going to use them at all, but they are there for and if I figure out a use for them. So this is a as you can see, it is my bills tracker. It's the same bills tracker that Kristen provided, except I just whited out the bills and then added my own bills title. And y'all know this is the Dulce font, I believe, that I showed y'all a couple videos ago. So yeah, this is the one template that probably stayed the same. Now let's go on to everything. Oh, and this is my monthly calendar view of my budget. So as the bills are paid, I will highlight them. So Google has already been paid. Jade's tuition has already been paid for last week. I paid it late this week because y'all know Jade was, she had therapy on the 2nd. So the last thing I was thinking about was paying her tuition for last week. But I did call them today and pay. So I just added it here and highlighted it. Essentially, Jade's tuition is really only due on Fridays, but I added it here and highlighted that it was paid because I did pay it today for last week. But that's how my monthly calendar for bills is going to work. As the bill is paid, I'll highlight it. If you can see these little dollar signs, hopefully the reflection, they're super cool. Hold on, see y'all, business, it's booming. But it's really gonna be booming in a couple of months. Anyway, these little dollar sign symbols, I'm using them for the days where income comes in. So again, income is super sporadic. It comes in on random days. I will have income coming in today, which is Thursday, however, not till later. So I don't wanna add it, even though I don't wanna add a dollar sign because it didn't come in yet. And you'll see in a second where I will be tracking the income in reference to the dollar signs. Hopefully I have a dollar sign on every day of the month. Again, that is for income. And the reason it's combined with my bills is because I am a small business owner and my income is from my business. Okay. Now that that's out the way, the other links that I have on my bill pay calendar, I added week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. So these, let's click on week 1. Week 1 is linked to the weekly budget. So this is actually Kristen's template that she included. However, I covered up, I really don't want to clear it. Y'all know it freaks me out, but for purposes of this video, I'll do it really quick. Oh my gosh. clear page. So as you can see, this is what Kristen's original template looked like. It has like the light shade of whatever color that is in the back. This says living expenses, budget, actual. This says bills and subscriptions, but I changed the wording on pretty much everything. And then changed it to black because y'all know that's my obsession. I'm all about black and white. So just to give y'all some inspiration on how you can turn this into your own paycheck budget. I don't get paychecks per se, so that's why I'm calling mine weekly budget. But again, you can transform this into your own paycheck budget. So as far as the titles, up here I have, and just to show y'all, these are literally, it's a screenshot of a black sticker, and then I put it over. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, it took me hours to fit these perfectly in there to where you still see the gray border around each individual section, because these are all individual stickers. So not gonna lie, it did take me a while to create this budget planner, but that just all the more, it just means so much more to me. Now, speaking of that, I do want to say, it's probably embarrassing. I don't think I was going to show y'all, but just to show y'all all the planners I purchased before I said, you know what? Let me just recreate a Hello Gorgeous Volume 3. Literally since March 28th, when I decided I want a separate business and budget planner starting in the second quarter. March 28th, I don't know if y'all can see, March 28th is when I started going on a hunt on Etsy. These are all the planners I purchased, y'all, and none of them suited mine. And of course, I looked at the pictures, watched the videos, all that before purchasing them. None of them work for me, except this is stickers. I did finally halt my Pinterest, my no sticker buy, because I had to get Ashley stickers. But anyway, other than that, these are literally all planners that I tried before just creating my own. So I have a problem, but it's fine. It's fine. This just also lets me know, like, Luxbook literally is my planner piece. Now, Luxbook does have a financial planner already in her Etsy shop, but it is white and pink. And y'all know that's just not my aesthetic at all. So, and it was also fun and therapeutic to create my own. Okay, so back to the titles. Up here we have income, date, and amount. Down here, I switched bills from that side to this side. So I put bills. Now that I'm thinking, I might do bills and fixed expenses. Or just title it fixed expenses. Because everything is not necessarily a bill. No, because everything is not necessarily a fixed expense. I'm gonna leave it bills for now. We have the due date and then we have an amount. And then again, this is just for week 1. So if you can see here, I have week of, and this is in Badani font. This one, like I said, is Dulce. Let's see, let me confirm. Yeah, it's Dulce free. And then this is Badani 72 font. But on each of my weekly budgets, I have the date. So, oopsies, if you can see the next budget, it's the next date range. The next budget is the next date range, all that good stuff. So I do have 5 of these, and I'll be doing 5 of these for each month. I haven't duplicated all the thumbnails yet because I'm waiting. Look at my budget. I hope y'all can see. Oh my gosh. And be sure you're watching this in HD or 4K. You do have to adjust your settings to do so. But y'all, look at my budget planner. Made from scratch using Luxbook. Like, I'm so excited. But what was I saying? Oh, so this entire section will be copy and pasted for each month of my budget. So, we have, so hopefully that makes sense. And again, same as with my monthly, as the bill is paid, it will be highlighted. And just a little tip, I did send the highlight, I arranged it and sent it to the back, so it's not like covering the font and I can still see what the font says. I mean, although a highlighter, you can still see through and see the font, but I like sending my highlight to the back. So that's that. So we have bills, due date, and amount here, and we still have totals at the bottom of everything. And again, y'all can title and switch these to whatever you want to switch it to. This, I have it titled sinking funds for now. I don't particularly have sinking funds started yet because I'm still trying to get my budget together. Because again, I pay myself from my business. So, But the girls, this is actually technically Janiyah and Jade. This $4 is savings. They got money in their Easter eggs when they went on an Easter egg hunt at their aunt's house. So although this is titled sinking, it's titled sinking because essentially that's what this section will be. I am not in a position to save much just yet, but we'll get there. I did get an awesome savings challenge from Lux Budgets. I'm super excited to use it. I did stuff a couple dollars in it, and it's so gorgeous, y'all. So, but yeah, anyway, this so far I have it titled sinking amount, and I don't know why I don't know if I just didn't know what to put here or what, but then we have totals at the bottom. I think because this is going to be either sinking and or savings, or I'm still trying to figure it out. And then down here, I'll probably swap, now that I think about it, we should probably swap this. Oopsies, text must be off. We should probably swap this with this because I don't have this many envelopes, you know, but I'll have that much sinking and savings. That makes more sense. So my sinking and savings can go together down here. So I don't know if you can see, this says envelopes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna move sinking here, envelopes here, and then, oops, let me move it to where I can see it. And then this says rollover. So in my envelopes, whatever rollover I had, and then amount here, which would be the total amount for that week, you know, including the rollover. All right, then here is gonna be sinking amount, and I need to figure out what the third one is gonna be called. But now we're gonna call this sinking and savings. Because again, I'm not in a position that these other YouTube budgeters are in where they, y'all, power to y'all. Like, I don't know how y'all do it. Like, you saving hundreds of dollars a week. I don't know how y'all do it. But in Jesus' name, we will be there one day. Okay, now let's move Janiyah and Jade's, what am I doing? Oh, let's move the envelopes categories back up to here with the envelopes. And then we'll move Janiyah and Jade's. Really? We'll move them up here. Cute. Okay, now that makes more sense, because obviously we'll have a lot more sinking and saving funds in the name of Jesus than we will have our weekly envelopes. Okay, I love this. Okay, so something else that is hyperlinked on my weekly budget is income. So this section up here, I actually did change some of these as well. Oh, I already had it sinkings and savings here. So I changed these two titles to envelopes and sinking and savings. I don't recall what it was before. But what I did make a hyperlink was income. So I'll click income, which goes to my daily income page that I created. And if you can see this $, which is the same as on the monthly. So this is where I'll be tracking the daily income. And essentially for each day, I have the week of, so I know what week it is. I may add the date here each week, not sure. But essentially it's just gonna be the amount and the company. Again, my income is very variable. It comes in sporadically, sometimes every day, sometimes not. But I really need to track it, especially figure out a system before business picks up. And I really think this is gonna work. So in conjunction with daily income, we have the income tracker, which was, I believe this was a subscription tracker that I changed. So same thing with the black, I covered it up. And I have it titled company, date received and deposited, because I wanna know the date that it was received, but I also need to know the date that I deposited it. I get paid by, it's not always direct deposit. It's not always, sometimes it's same day. Sometimes I get cash in hand. Sometimes it's via check. Oftentimes it's via check. So hence why I have date received and date deposited. And then I have the amount as a title. And then I also have account deposited. If you are a business owner, you know that we do not just have one checking account. So I do definitely need to notate the account that the funds were deposited into. And that'll help me with, you know, paying my bills and all that good stuff. So that is the income tracker I created in conjunction with the daily income sheet. Hope that makes sense. And it may seem like overboard or overload to you all, like having double, but if you're returning, you know how my brain is set up. Okay, so I do need to add hyperlinks to go back to, really? Why isn't it going to April? What is happening? I'm so confused. What? Okay. We're going to ignore that for now. Back to our budget. I don't know what that was about. Okay, so we went over the weekly budget. I do have some notes down here. I need to switch Apple Storage to my business card because Apple Storage is mainly used for my business. I literally don't use anything. Like, I don't stream or do any of that. So my business needs to start paying for my storage. And then I also need to incorporate tax savings. And I'll probably have to add a column to the income spreadsheet to incorporate how much I'm going to take out of tax for each income that I get. I hope that makes sense. All right. So the weekly budgets we went over daily income tracker. Then just like what the daily income looks like, we have daily expenses. Essentially, it's going to be amount and description. And then where I'll get into more detail is the expense tracker, which is what this needs to be titled instead of daily expenses, because this is where I'll actually be tracking things. Whoa, I could not stand when Goodnotes does its own thing. This is where I'll actually be expense tracker, tracking my expenses, highlighting by category, all that's good stuff. So for now, I have it titled description, date, amount, and balance, and that'll be the balance for each category and or account. Now, still playing with it, figuring out if these titles are going to work for me, but again, this is just going to be the brief. All right, I'll come in here during the day and write my expenses for that day down. Then when I go to track, this is where everything will be highlighted, you know, by categories, all that good stuff, you know. And we'll go from there. So we have expenses where I write them down, and then here where we track them. All right, I also created a weekly check-in. I still have to copy and paste the categories to each row, but this spread, what was this before I turned it into this? Oh, this was a subscriptions tracker. As you can see, it's her subscriptions template that I turned into a weekly check-in. So essentially we have week one, oh, I still have to change the titles. Oops, why did that just go black? All right, obviously these will be changed week one, week two. Now I need to change this to week three and so on and so forth. Why did that just go back? Oh, so on and so, okay. So on and so forth, which will be done after we're done recording because clearly it doesn't want to cooperate. But anyway, a 5-week check-in, and then each of my categories from my cash wallet will be here. Paste. And then this is where I will be tracking each week what was spent and what was remaining, just so I can get a better sense of my budget and how much is being spent on specific things. I mean, if you're a budgeter, you know what a weekly check-in is. But yeah, I'm super excited and I love how this turned out. Again, I still need to copy and paste all the categories down. But yeah, isn't this so cute, y'all? Super cute. So that's the weekly check-in. Then we have a transaction log, which to my understanding is more so for online / credit or debit purchases. I may be using mine to track the transfer of money between accounts because again, I do pay myself, I do cash draws. So I may be using this to track the transfer of all of my money. And if so, I will need to change the titles of these because I don't want to basically duplicate a transaction log with basically my expense tracker, because if it's an expense, it's an expense. I don't want to, you know, cause a burden on myself or make this process not be what it needs to be by adding an extra log for separate purchases that are not cash, if that makes sense. All right, so there's the transaction log, and then tax deductions. I have description, date purchase, the amount, and receipt, yes or no. Obviously super important, and you know if you own a small business. So that is all for my Luxbook budget and business planner. Y'all, I'm so obsessed to use this. I have already, as you can see, tracked 2 things. Now, as far as the bills, I will transfer this over for each month. My bills for each month are not always the same. She does have a frequency column. I may change frequency to say something else that would make more sense for how I use this. But yeah, y'all, I'm super obsessed with this, how it turned out. And for instance, we just clicked week 4 and it goes to week 4 of our April budget. And obviously all the bills and all this will change. I will need to swap out the weekly budget. Actually, I'll probably just duplicate the one that we switched with syncing and savings, this one, because it makes more sense to have those down there. Anything else that I did, y'all, it probably took me hours/days to create this. Y'all know I'm super picky. What else have I done? All right, we still have all the dailies there. The only other thing that I did, y'all know I have a trillion different dashboards in my catch-all planner, like 3 for each month, and it's so ridiculous, but I did get some more dashboards. But I will say these came with one of those 20-something planners that you saw I purchased when I was trying to find the perfect one. So that's really only thing else that I added in my business and budget Luxbook planner are, you know, those dashboards that I dragged from another planner. Now I do have some photos that I took from, again, one of the other, they're probably not in the recent one. Oh, here's some. One of the other planners that I got. Y'all, the planner was so dope. You can still see some of it on the side here. It was a planner specific to business. It was so dope, except I didn't like the color of it. Like the color of the actual pages. But like the photos and the stuff in it were so cute. The aesthetic, as you can see, is so dope. I feel like we should do like a flip through of the 20 planners I did get, just in case any of y'all are interested or see one that you like. But yeah, I was thinking about, you know, like making dashboards with these, maybe like shrinking this to one side and then adding like my little separate black line over here for the aesthetic. But yeah, I have quite a few of these. One says savings, business, journal, I wouldn't use, income, you know, all that cute stuff. So this planner will evolve. I just literally, I'm not even joking, it took hours to get to this point, and I'm super proud of myself. I'm staying off Etsy for quite some time because yeah, that was just absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, y'all, I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. I really hope y'all got some inspiration. I don't know if the budget videos are gonna come back per se. Like maybe I'll do setup videos. Oh, look at that. Like, look at this budget planner. Maybe I'll do setup videos with you all. But as far as actual numbers, not sure, because you know, this is my new business. It's not even a year yet. It is my baby, and some things I just want to keep to myself for now, but I'll probably do like bills, setups, and all that good stuff with y'all. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I really hope y'all got some inspiration. If you are new here and you made it to the end of this video, I genuinely appreciate you. Please drop a black heart in the comments if you are new, and if you like what you're seeing, a like and subscribe would be absolutely awesome. If you are returning, please drop a white heart in the comments, like this video as well, and I will see all y'all in tomorrow's video. Bye.